We are back with recruiting discussion. Which Big Ten teams are surprising and what's James Franklin doing right now in State College? All that coming up on BTN Live. And until the faxes arrive, they still do faxes.
Absolutely.
I guess they do e-faxes now, right? Well, here's how the recruiting rankings for the 2014 class of Big Ten schools sit right now. Ohio State, more than twice as many 4- and 5-star commits than the second closest team, which is Michigan. Ohio State right now, according to Scout.com, the only Big Ten team among the top 20 nationally. And as you look at the backside from 8 through 14, obviously we're including Rutgers and Maryland in this one because those teams will be part of the Big Ten coming up in the 2014 season. Or on the recruiting scene in the Big Ten, we welcome in Alan True, national recruiting analyst for Scout.com. I know there's at least one perhaps surprising team in the Big Ten that didn't have a ton of success on the field last year, but that is making some strides in recruiting, and who's that?
Indiana has had a lot of success recently. They were able to flip over a kid committed to Rutgers. They kept Dominique Booth, one of the top wide receivers, one of the top overall players in their home state, right there at home in Bloomington. They also picked up a commitment from Tommy Mister, a kid who was committed to Iowa State. So they are making a late surge here. And Kevin Wilson recruited really well last year, too, and a few of those true freshmen saw the field for them. And I would expect they would have some instant contributors coming up in this class as well.
Yeah, one of the youngest teams, not only in the Big Ten last year, but one of the youngest in the entire nation. Great stuff, as always, from Alan True, national recruiting analyst from Scout.com. Alan, thanks for the time. I don't think a lot of people understand the recruiting job that Kevin Wilson has done in Indiana. Had a really good class a year ago, and as Alan mentioned, quite a few true freshmen saw the field, and it looks like they're going to have a really good class coming up again in 2014.
You're talking to a guy who does understand how difficult it is for Kevin to recruit some of these players, and he is having a very good year. Let's start with Tegray Scales. He's a linebacker. He wears number 8 in this video. Watch how he runs. That's probably his best attribute. He's a 4-star. Some people have him as a 3-star, just depending on what service. Scout.com has him as a 4-star. Other Big Ten schools, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois. He runs really well. He's got top speed for a linebacker. He is explosive on contact. You can see him making some tackles. This is one of Indiana's better recruits, and if they need help, they certainly need it on defense. So he's really a good player. I'm not sure if we're ready to move to the next tape. We're going to Tommy Mister, who plays quarterback in this tape for St. Rita here in Chicago, but he's a running back. He's got very good speed. He's really, you can see him here, he's quicker than he is fast. He runs with great pad level. He's got great elusive ability, and what makes this guy really good for Indiana, Rick, and maybe one of their best signees, if not their best signees, it's hard to say which one is the best. He is a perfect fit for the Indiana offense. Think about the Indiana offense. It's not Carlos Hyde, this big tailback. It's the quick guy who can do a lot of different things, and he can certainly do a lot of different things.
It's the Tevin Colemans of the world.
Absolutely.
Who did a lot of good things for Indiana a year ago.